So ICARU, let's talk about this little blue doggo. So I tested the wind one a few, probably like weeks ago. That was pretty good, but the water one was quoted as one of the better like nat 4 PvP units overall. So I built him up. I really tried on the runes, like this is the highest nat 4 power unit that I have. So fully skilled up, of course. I even went A15 just for the content, and yeah, he's on defense, crit damage defense, I think, rage destroy at the moment, 81 crit, 200 damage, 5.4k defense, and of course I tried to get some HP subs just so he doesn't die. And yeah, I tested him out. This will be pre-recorded, so I'll only comment on the fights after all. But yeah, my experience using him so far was pretty decent. So let's jump into some fights, and after that I'll talk more about whether he's useful or not in general. So yeah, what I'm using him for is basically as a counter to stuff like the Sarian, Orbius, Kinas, any other sort of like backline unit that could be killed pretty easily. And of course the way I'm doing it is by spamming the first skill manually, because it has a very high defense multiplier as well as only costs 2 mana. I'm able to basically do a nuke or wait for his self buff, because he does self buff defense on skill 2 and nuke right after. But yeah, if you look at the damage, I will allow him to self buff, and look at the Thessalian's HP right after. And come on, any day, boom, that's like 30% of his HP. Again, another like 30% of his HP through the defense buff. Now, unfortunately, he is defense broken, so his damage will be a bit lower, but yeah, overall, I'm really liking his damage, not gonna lie. But yeah, pretty decent. It's like, look at that, he just chopped up the Thessalian really easily. And because he is on destroy, even if he doesn't kill right off the bat with a few chops, he will destroy the HP slowly, allowing him to acquire basically less nuking later on. As you can see, Orbius HP is getting destroyed a bit. He is doing some decent damage. That spell shield does cause a lot of trouble for him, but yeah, Orbius is dead, and Juno is also gonna die really soon. And the awesome part about him is, with that destroy set and that constant damage, you are able to stack the destroy really fast actually. And yeah, look at the damage, more than Orbia, more than my damage built Sharon, who was pretty much not hit at all. So yeah, awesome. Another fight, this time targeting Orbia mostly. So basically just the usual plan, wait for him to self buff that defense buff. Unfortunately, he has a defense break this time, so it sort of equals out. But yeah, look at the damage. Orbia was what, like 80% HP, and now it's dropped to like 20%. She has a spell shield now, so it's hard to do damage, but yeah, it's crazy, honestly. Like, when you allow him to, look at that, just straight up nuked it. I mean, my cleave doesn't do too much damage. He's on crit damage, but the damage he does is really minimal. So yeah, and just finishing off that Juno. So yeah, oh, I like him, you know, I like him. It's pretty hard to bring him into some situations, like when there's a lot of wind units, when there's a constant defense break, but it shouldn't be too bad if you are able to time your team perfectly. So yeah, I tried him in RDA as well. Unfortunately for this time, matchmaking was really bad. One game it puts me like here against a silver 1. The next game I'm playing against a master 1 opponent, so I don't know what happened there. But yeah, I tried using him in some scenarios, and yeah, this time I'm of course focusing on the fire guy. So basically letting him, I didn't even let him buff up the defense, but yeah, straight up chomped like 40% of his HP, and really let him self buff in some cases. It takes a long time, but yeah, as you can see, I started focusing on that fire panda, two-shot him with just a defense break. Then going after this guy, the archer, one shot. He was at like 60-70% HP. And yeah, of course Darkina, she will revive, but that revive won't matter too much when your HP is getting destroyed that much. And yeah, just finishing up, focusing on Kina after, just so she doesn't revive a lot. And yeah, look at the damage. Without any defense buff, or defense break, I mean. That did like, what, 30-40% of her HP? And yeah, she does have a spell shield right now, so a little bit of running, But once the running is done, let the doggo do another nuke. And yeah, self buff, bomb, done. No more revives. And a water doggo will have no trouble finishing up, as you can see. Completely killed that, what's it called? Fire hunter, right? Yeah, vampire hunter. Slowly working on the fire panda. The destroy is stacking up slowly. With each hit, it gets destroyed by like, what, 5%, maybe 7% or so. But yeah, not too much trouble after the fight is done. Yeah, and here's the damage. Pretty much 2 times more than any other unit on the fight. So this time against a stronger opponent. He was called 1, so should be okay. I'm of course going for Orbia. She's pretty much the squishiest unit here. As you can see, look at those nukes. 3 nukes already landed. Her HP is destroyed by like 10%. And with a defense break, yeah. Like, where did Orbia go? I mean, the damage is insane. Look at that. Kumar, done. Not a problem. And after that, I mean, what are you really supposed to do, right? Leo's done. And just finishing off the Juno. So yeah, I really like him. But only in certain situations. Of course, if you miss pick into something like a wind unit, or the opponent picks, let's say, a wind element, so wind Orbia, wind Kina, you're gonna have a very hard time, trust me. I tested it before on stuff like wind Orbias, and you just can't do anything. Their defense break completely ruins your damage, so yeah, gotta be careful into the teams you pick. Yeah, so for this one, this is sort of like the team that you shouldn't pick ICARU for, and if I wasn't testing him, this would be like a certain ban, because Wind Kina, 2 wind units. Etna sort of targeted the backline. Since ICARU is a frontline unit, he is able to dodge that stuff. His tankiness does allow him to survive a bit, and in this situation, look at Etna. She is gonna try to run away, and ICARU is just gonna do a final chomp to completely finish her off with a 11k nuke, without any defense break or anything like that. And yeah, after this, it's pretty much over. But yeah, whenever you encounter a wind unit, it's gonna be game over. Like, ICARU will not be able to do anything at all. And one last match against a bit of a stronger opponent. So yeah, his draft was very hard. This is again one of those situations where I would have banned ICARU right off the bat, just because of the wind Orbia. Also, there's the wind beetle, which sort of completely counters him, because whenever he buffs up a defense buff, the wind beetle will turn it into a defense break. Not only does that lower his damage a lot, he will also die super fast. But yeah, in this team, pretty much the plan was to just chomp at the back line. I tried chasing the front line, or not the front line, I tried chasing Orbia. There was sort of no point, because she will just run around, and on top of that, she is a wind Orbia, so I wouldn't be able to do any damage with ICARU. But ICARU did nuke the light panda super fast, which was really great. And after that, I'm just slowly chipping away at either Orbia or the light mermaid undyne. I forgot which one it's called, because they keep putting up invincibility. But as you can see, the damage was really nice. Like, look at that. The undyne is sitting at full HP. I do 1 chomp, 2 chomps. There was 3 chomps. So in 3 bites of that 2 mana skill, she dropped from 100 to like 13-15% HP. But yeah, after that, a little bit of juggling, and both of them will pretty much fall down. I guess I can keep stripping with, what's it called, Juno. I did want to do a bit more nukes, but yeah, look at that damage. He did buff defense buff, but he did not have any defense break. And look at Orbia, she switched to water element. The winter doggo goes pop, that's like 50% of her HP with a single skill. And that skill is only 2 mana, so you're able to, like, if you save up enough mana, you're able to, yeah, spam it like this. Unfortunately, I can't spam it forever because they just keep, look at that, 2-shot, actual 2-shot. So yeah, awesome unit, honestly. Pretty great unit, ICARU is, yeah. And I tested him out in 4-star Siege. He performs really well. He can completely destroy any backline unit that is more on a squishier side. Like, I know there were some light Amazon, water Amazon. There was another support that I don't remember. But yeah, him being a defense-based unit, you are able to nuke a lot. You're able to survive for quite a while. And yeah, it's an awesome counter to any non-wind summoner as well. Well, excluding Cleave, of course, because you will do damage to Cleave, but also the Cleave will do damage to you, and he's just naturally more tanky. But yeah, really enjoyed him. Definitely better than the wind one, in my opinion. Nonetheless, I think both of the doggos are pretty cool, and you can find some use for them. But yeah, that's about it, and peace.